fatal heart impacts, past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and pass. I back up my actions, fact don't ask, grab reactions, jacked attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose, pick a new silver excuse. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now, y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you're discreet now. Get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Q's show here, and now, whenever we last left off with this series, after Deku got put in the hospital because, Mirko was having some issues with some things, Deku, he met his father, Hisashi Midoriya. Now, Deku, he wanted nothing to do with this man. He's never been there in his life, and Deku assumed this man was here because he wanted money. However, Hisashi revealed to Midoriya that he's dying, and that the illness he does have, so far doctors have not been able to find a cure. Now, with that being said, Deku was trying to come to terms with that. He went to a tech convention where inventions from all around the world were being showcased, and Deku's was one of the talk of the town, along with even some of his colleagues showing off their own inventions. As Deku went home, and he basically didn't really take it too well. Mirko, she saw Deku cry, and she did what she could to try and help. Now, with that being said, it's been a few days, and we do actually have Deku and Hisashi, both of whom are currently in Deku's lab. As Deku, he's actually using a machine to run blood tests on Hisashi, taking a few samples of his blood and letting the machine do its thing. As Deku, the machines, they're actually far more advanced. A few of his coworkers have tried to put time into developing these machines, and they're actually to search the blood further for things that might be inside of it. Now, the machines, they're actually able to calculate how healthy you are and discover up to at least 99.992% of your blood. They're able to track that much of it and at least have that much of a success rate. And Deku, he's making sure to run more than one sample. If it turns out that this man is lying to him, he's going to give him the boot and give him a restraining order. However, if it does turn out that this man is really his father, and he's, really sick, then these two can at least have a conversation. As we do currently have Deku, who he's sitting down in the room that they're both in. And Hisashi does ask Deku about this lab. Yes, this is, a lunchroom we do have. Most researchers here don't use it. However, the ones who do, we either use it for coffee or for certain snacks. Or in case one of our labs do actually have a bit of a problem, we do move some stuff into this room. I see. So it's more like a lounge. Technically, if you want to give it that word. Anyways, currently your samples are being run through. And I'm even actually testing our blood. Our blood. Yes. If it does turn out that you're my father, because I don't really believe in coincidences, or that you just miraculously decided to come back, then we can talk. However, if you are not sick and not my father, you are not my problem. Now, Hisashi does see Deku's expression. He nonchalantly just said that? But wait, what if... I am your dad. I know I am. Okay? Then we'll talk. And if I'm not sick, well then, we'll talk, and then I kick you out. I understand that, but why? Listen, I don't know you. I don't know anything about you, and you don't know anything about me. And, well, let's keep it that way. I like my life the way it is. And having you interfere with it, that would cause me a lot of problems. Okay. Now, the two they do somewhat sit there. Hisashi trying to talk to Deku, as Deku he does still seem a bit more stubborn. And there is whenever Deku he does go to stand up and go to check the results of the machine. As it is true, Hisashi is sick, and their blood does match up. So, the diagnosis he does see here, it does match the forms Hisashi has handed over to him. And that does mean these two do have to sit down and chat now. As we do currently have our Deku, he does walk back into the room Hisashi's sitting down in. And he does at least go to hold up a cup of coffee, as Hisashi does reach out and grab it. So, my results? They say you're sick, and you were telling the truth. Okay, do you believe me now? Can we please have a proper chat, son? Now, Deku, as he was sipping his coffee, he doesn't mean to go to pull it backwards. Before going to look back at Hisashi. Don't call me that. Alright, Izuku. I wish to chat with you and learn more about you. And, well, I do have a few more people on my stop before I may pass. Yeah, your condition. Usually, someone with your condition, they would pass in almost, well, that's the hard thing to determine. Even for me. Doctors, did they tell you anything else besides that? Well, I've only got 4 months. Wow. Okay. Well then. I see. And you spent how long trying to find me? I've spent a few months. I actually found you. Well, I found you a while back. I just been concerned about approaching you. I'm sorry, what does that mean exactly? I've been keeping an eye on you. You mean stalking? That's not the word I want to use. It's just, I wanted to be certain. And when I saw you with your mother, I knew it was you. Same home, hasn't moved in almost around a few years. Almost 3 decades. I know how long we've been living there, Hisashi. I know how long my mother's been living there. I also just recently tore down that building, so I can build a new one. You're serious? Now, Deku does confirm to Hisashi. Yes, he is. And Hisashi does at least try to explain to Deku that he's here because he wishes to ask for Deku's help. Okay. I'm not giving you money. I don't need the money. I need to find more people. What? Yes. I need to find... Hisashi is going to pull out a list and handing it over to Deku. Deku reading off some of these names, along with even descriptions of them. Now, Deku's very surprised. Some of these descriptions are vague, and others they don't really seem to be at all much. Deku asking Hisashi exactly what does he need to use these for. Those are people I've encountered. people I've met with, and even women I don't need to hear more about that. Ah, well, I just wish to learn more. I also want to see if I might have had more kids. I'm sorry, what did you just say? Deku actually slamming his hands on the table, as his coffee almost does spill over. Now, Deku does start to call Hisashi irresponsible, and talking about how, if he had more kids, he should have gone to talk to them first. They might have been more understanding than the one who's had to work his ass off. Now, Deku he does go to stand up, telling Hisashi that he's going back to his girlfriend's apartment. Hmm? I wanted to ask about that too. Okay, what do you want to ask about her? Do you want to try and find her? Do you want to try and talk to her? Try and sway my girlfriend? I'm not letting that happen. Izuku, that's not what I meant. I wanted to know why you're dating a pro hero. Why? It doesn't matter. I like her, she likes me. Whatever. It's not like you'd understand. I could, actually. She's a lot like your mother. Fierce and, well, sometimes aggressive. Along with that, she is very determined. And she does know how to get things done. Now, Deku he does look towards Hisashi. As, yeah, that does match Mirko. And even his mom now just try to think about that. Go on. Well, it's just, I mean, you don't know what to say, do you? I I really don't. All right. I can try to do something with this information. Oh god. Let's see. Oh. I could put it up. No, wait, people would just reply. Ah, okay. Hmm. Shit. Alright, I'm gonna have to go try and find an assistant somewhere. An assistant? Yep. There are people who work here who aren't researchers. And, well, if I give this to one of them, they can at least start talking to people and work through the proper channels. Then we can get everything solved. With my people and how much they know things are important whenever I ask them to be done, they usually get it done immediately. Along with that, I can at least talk to a few of the people I work with and see exactly if a project of mine may actually be used to help. I remember I started it, but I never really finished it. Now, Hisashi, he does actually leave with Deku. As Deku, he does get to drop him off at a hotel, and he does then go to drive back to Mirko's apartment. As whenever Deku he does arrive, he does walk in and actually go to slam his keys down onto the counter. As Mirko she's going to turn her head and directly see Deku. Now, she does ask Deku if he, before she can really say much, Deku doesn't really walk up to her and kisses her. As she's very caught off guard, as Deku he does so much just push her up against a wall. Now, Mirko she actually is caught off guard. As Deku, he actually does feel Mirko wrap her arms around the back of his neck, as she actually does try to pull him in a bit closer. And there is actually whenever she does actually go to flip him towards the wall, as the two basically do start to switch places. And Mirko should at least ask Deku, after pulling away for a second to catch her breath, how it all went down there. And Deku, he doesn't really just say a word. Him just staring at Mirko as she does look at him. And yeah, you do actually have about an hour later. where the two they were in Mirko's bed, and Deku just got up to go grab something to drink. Him walking over to the fridge and going to actually grab two bottles of water. Walking back over and sitting down as he has handed Mirko one. So, that question earlier, how did it go? Right. Sorry, I didn't really want to talk about it. Yeah, yeah, I could tell. You seemed pretty frustrated. Yeah, about that, sorry. It's just, I mean, he's my actual father. He's not some guy who's using his face. He's actually sick too, not some liar. What he says is true. He's being honest with me. And that's not even the craziest part. He thinks he might have more kids. Deku says he does turn to Mirko. And Mirko, she does just lay there. As she does at least have a look of surprise on her face. And she does try to at least think, wow, okay. So that's something. Yeah, right. That's not even the craziest part. He handed me a list of all the women he's known. And yeah, he's a man whore. Are you kidding me? Okay, I had my assistant flip through some of them. And you wanna know how many women are on that list he's said to have been with? Five? Besides your mom? I wish it was within a single digit. Oh, yeah. And if you think it's not that big, let me just give it to you this way. It's more than 30. Oh my god. Yeah, the party animal, am I right? Christ, the fact that he's my dad is worse. Okay, I don't really know how to respond to that. Yeah, yeah, I don't know either. However, I knew that whenever I came home, I'd have to deal with this today too. So, I just wanted to. Oh god, I don't even like saying that word. I just wanted to help you with this, okay? Hell, I've done some research and I found out that you're not going to be able to go back to work for some time. Even then, working from home, you'll only be able to do desk job stuff. Yeah, I know. I usually have to do this sometimes for certain years, or certain months. Ryuko already understands it. However, this year, it's the year it's been hitting the most intensely. I know. I know. But I hope she understands why. Yeah, about that. She's supposed to be coming by real soon. Are you serious? Yeah, I was gonna mention it, but there wasn't really a good opening. Oh god. Okay. Do you know when she'll be by? I don't really know, but she does have a spare key. Now, Deku hearing that word, spare key, he doesn't like that. And there is actually when he does go to stand up and walk out of the room. As when he does so, he does actually go to look around the apartment, walking over to the front door and seeing that it's still closed, before turning around and going to look directly on the table that is there, or on the counter, where there is at least a folder and a sticky note on top of it. Deku walking over, going to reach out and pick it up. Oh god, please don't say what I think it does. Now, Deku just looked down at the notes, as, thank god, she wasn't here whenever Deku walked out. However, the note does talk about how they need to calm the fuck down. Now, Deku, yeah, after dealing with that fiasco, he does just try to wonder, would it be possible to cure his dad? He does have medical degrees in that field, researching and even, well, how diseases do work. Then again, this thing that is infecting his dad, it isn't classified as a disease, more like an illness. Let's see. That would be possible for him to cure it. However, even with Nezu's help, it would take, what, too long? By the time the cure is made, Deku's dad would be dead. And Deku, he does actually feel a bit upset by that. However, at the same time, he feels this strange emotion that he doesn't really understand why. He feels sort of sad, but at the same time, he doesn't really feel that much sad. He has more of a feeling of not anger, but contempt. He feels like it's okay. And that part confuses him. Now, as Deku is sitting there, you do actually for Mirko, she does just do one thing. She does go to sit up and put a hand on Deku's back. As Deku does turn to her, and she does at least see Deku. Her trying to reassure him that everything will be okay. And that for right now, he needs to take some time to himself. He has people who can deal with his work while he is not there. So what she thinks he should do is try to at least spend some time with his dad. Now, Deku, he does go to ponder that for a second. What about Mirko? He's heard a few things about her home life, but at the same time, she doesn't really talk too much about her own parents. Now, that thought quickly does leave Deku's mind. As Mirko, she has asked Deku if he's ready. Now, Deku, he does just stare at Mirko for a second, before he does just think, to hell with it. As, yeah, those two, they get back to it. As we do cut over to somebody sitting down in a room full of men, as he does at least introduce them to some technology they may have apprehended. Now, the man, he's very excited. And he even does talk to everybody about how this revolutionary power source will do wonders for them. And that, because of it, they will actually be able to set in the new era for technology and possibly make billions off of it. Now, with that being said, the man, he does get ready to unveil their newest creation or invention. As Deku, he's none the wiser. Now, with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed and have an amazing night. I'll catch you guys in the next part.